Here with the F&O show, this is ET now, and it's turning out to be a weekday. So while we're trading below that 53 or rather 5400 mark, it's still pretty range bound. So today we've chosen to follow Asia, which as well is down about 0.5% to about 1% or so a piece. That of course is the market breadth, which as well is reeling under pressure. The movement today is not in the Nifty, but watch out for what the Bank Nifty is doing, because it's currently staring down by about 1%, so underperforming the rest of the market, and the Bank Nifty is now staring down. Triple-digit dips is what you're seeing for the Bank Nifty, almost down about 1% or so. You've got Axis, ICICI Bank, all these names are the ones, as well as SBI, which are reeling under pressure. What about the rest of the universe? Well, of course, metals as well is a weakling. IFCI, again, a news reaction coming in there. The stock is down about 14%. You've got Alanco, Punj Lloyd, PFC, which is down by about 3.5%. Indiabulls Real Estate as well is looking weak, and amongst the frontliners, you've got a DLF which is under pressure. So Realty is one pocket which is not doing a whole lot today, or is rather trading weak today. Indiabulls Real Estate now down about 3%. You've got a VIP, Reliance Infrastructure, GMR Infrastructure, BEML, and amongst the big boys, Tata Steel is the one which is the laggard today, down about almost 3% or so. On the flip side, some covering seen in Opto circuits after many days of weakness. The stock is now up by about 6%. Kumar's again a weak day yesterday. Today it's up 3.5%. Gen Irrigation 3.5% up in the green. Aurobindo Pharma, Shriram Transport. We've got an Exide as well, which is making a move. Dabur is looking good, a 2.5% gain coming in there. HOEC being the other one. And of course, amongst the bigger names, you've got a JSW Steel, which is actually holding up in trade. Quickly then, let's bring in our experts on board and chat about how to trade the market and what individual stocks should you be picking up for trades. CK Narayan, Sandeep Wagle, as well as Shardul Kulkarni join in. CK, first to you, afternoon, your recommendation on the index and how are you mapping the way the Nifty is panned out today?
Well, the Nifty continues to hold on. It's been a little bit of, slight bit of weakness since the morning, no doubt. But there seems to be a bit of a tug of war with your FMCG counters trying to shore up the Nifty, while there is a lot of downward pressure which is being affected by a decline in Reliance. But the Nifty has not yet triggered the stop. If you recall, we had revised our stop to about 53.78 on our pending long positions, which we are holding somewhere from about 100 points below the current level. So we continue to hold the Nifty long with the same stop. If we wish to create longs, today may not really be the day. I think it's better to wait for Monday, because we may have end of week considerations actually playing out and from now. The Bank Nifty, however, has been another scenario. It really did not live up to the expectations of adding to the power of the Nifty. I had suggested going long at 10,500 with a 100 rupee stop loss. That has now been triggered. I think one should be on the sidelines as far as Bank Nifty is concerned, unless one is an aggressive day trader, in which case, of course, it is looking as though it might slide a little more. But I would rather leave it alone for today. So hold on to long Nifty, and I would be on the sidelines on Bank Nifty.
Oh yes, weakness coming in for the Bank Nifty is in today's trading session. Shardul, how are you approaching the index and what trade are you executing?
Hi, good afternoon. Today morning the market has broken down through a crucial trend line support which was there at around 5400 levels. I think that going forward we will see some bit of weakness in the market in the next few trading sessions. Thus we are recommending short positions in the range of 5390 to 5400 on the Nifty futures. Place a stop loss on the higher side at 5440, and we feel that over the next 4 to 6 trading sessions market can probably come down to around 5270.
Sandeep, which side do you belong? Do you think there's further weakness or strength in store for the market?
Well, Aisha, good afternoon. To be honest, I'm not clear myself which side I should jump on to. Yesterday I was bullish. I had a view till 5460, 5470, the way it closed, and we had taken a long position at around 5410, 15. The way it panned out today, I am not clear. I mean, though we are out of our longs, I still don't have the conviction to go short. And even if you go long, it is a limited upside. I mean, I would cap it at 54, 20, 30. So as far as the Nifty is concerned, I don't want to take a trade. Bank Nifty does look weak, but I would like to wait for a 40-50 point up move where I would go short for a 100-150 point downside. And I would prefer to be stock specific. That is what my view is.
CK, you talked about the weakness in Reliance Industries. After what we saw last week, this week has been fairly tempered for this one. Now it's 781 thereabouts. Do you think there's further weakness in the stock?
I see a decent level of support at about 770. So maybe there is another 8-10 rupees downside risk. But that's not what I would play for with a fresh downside trade. So I would think if one is inclined to buy into Reliance, which I clearly feel is the way to go as far as Reliance is concerned, I would suggest actually sort of commencing on a long setup, maybe from here, add add a little here, look for 775 to add some more at about 770, so that your average price is somewhat lower. But you don't want to miss out on the possibility that it doesn't go down anymore and starts up from here. I am firmly bullish in Reliance yet, and I think 780 to 770 zone should be used to buying.
Arthur, what about Tata Steel, which is heavily under pressure today?
Oh yes, Tata Steel is heavily under pressure, and I think that going forward you will see lower levels in case of the metal counters. Specifically, if you look at Tata Steel, Steel Authority of India, as well as Hindalco, I think that they will contribute largely to the fall that we are expecting. If you look at the BSE Metals Index, then the BSE Metals Index says that 10,200 on the lower side is an important level. If the BSE Metal Index cracks through 10,200 in the near future, then I think that you will see a substantial fall in case of metal counters. Overall, what we feel is that in the Nifty, the metal counters are the weakest. Going forward, we feel that you should be looking at a fall in case of metal stocks. JSW Steel is an exception, and Hindustan Zinc would also be an exception. So I would avoid these two metal stocks on the short side. But I think that there are opportunities to go short in case of Tata Steel, as well as Hindalco, as well as Steel Authority of India. Just that the risk-reward ratio at this juncture is not favorable, at least from a trading perspective.
Okay, we'll slip into a quick break on that note. When we come back, of course, we'll get you stock-specific ideas from our three experts.